I've been hinting at this video for quite some time here on the channel, and today we are finally starting a new build series. We're gonna be adding a complete power system into the bed camper system here of the Fortune Taco. In today's video, I'm gonna go over everything that was sent out to me. I'm gonna give you just a brief explanation of my plans and what I wanna do with this. And we'll see what you guys think. If this is possibly something you want to add or you need to add to your camper setup. Stay tuned if you're interested in finding out just a little bit more about what it would take to add a full off-grid power system into your truck. What's going on, guys? Welcome back for another video. If you're new here, my name is Chris. Right behind me, we have the Fortune Taco. This is my 3rd gen Tacoma. And if you are new to watching my videos, what I like to do on this channel mostly is doing mods and installs here on the truck. Or I like to do gear and product reviews that are related to off-roading, camping, overlanding, everything that fits in that kind of niche. If that's something you're interested in, please consider checking out some of my other videos and subscribing to the channel. If you guys have seen my previous videos, then you are probably well aware of the fact that I've been hinting at doing some type of power upgrade here to my truck, and specifically the camping setup in the truck. I was fortunate and able to find LiTime Power. After speaking with them, they did a full sponsor of this build. So I'm very fortunate, LiTime. Thank you guys. I appreciate you so much for making this build series possible. They sent out the whole entire power kit here that is eventually gonna get installed in the truck. Today, what I'm gonna be doing is just going over what they sent me, how everything kind of comes together, how they all work with each other, and a brief idea of my plans and what I wanna do. But in future videos, that's when we're gonna get more into detail of the actual breakdown and specifics of the setup, going over the installation, and then getting some real world use of it. We're gonna be doing a multi-video build series here, so if this is something that piques your interest, consider subscribing. You do not want to miss those videos if this is something you are interested in. Now, getting into it here, we have quite a plethora of items here that are all going to make up the bare bones of the power system. The cool thing with these power systems, they do obviously take quite a bit of work, put this all together. There's designing. Once it's actually in and running, I've seen these on multiple different vehicles, and I've had a power system like this on my wish list for quite a bit of time. The more I keep seeing them on vehicles, the more I'm looking into them and I'm intrigued about it. The more I've wanted to put one on my truck, and the day has come. We have our very first power setup here I'm ever gonna install. I've been working with electronics for quite a bit here on the truck, doing all my own electronics installs, but I've never done something quite to this power level. The juice behind everything here is gonna be this massive powerhouse. Most people that run like an off-grid system in their vehicle, they're probably running about a 100 amp hour battery. LiTime sent me out their 320 amp hour battery. This 320 amp hour battery has a little bit over 4,000 watt hours of power into it, so this thing has quite a bit of juice. You have multiple different ways to input power into here while you're off grid to keep the juice topped off in this or keep it pumping while you're also using power. It is one of their smart batteries, so it has built-in Bluetooth. You can connect this to your cell phone and you can see all of the stats of this battery, whether it be the current power capacity of it, how much power is being taken out, how much is being put in, all that kind of stuff using the app. They make it very, very simple. Scan the QR code, download the app on your phone, and you can see everything of what this battery is doing because of the smart systems built into them. If we're up in the tent or out camping, we can pull out our phone, connect to the battery, and we can see everything that's currently going on with this. We can see what our battery levels are at, how much power we're putting in, how much power we're taking out. That is a really convenient thing, and that is really nice. And this thing weighs about 60 pounds, so it packs quite a bit of punch. Now, one thing we really need to do when we build this setup, we're gonna have to make a very secure place for this thing to be locked in and not budge or move at all, especially if we're gonna be off-roading. We're gonna be kind of heading out on the trails, hitting the trails, heading to camp. We do not want this thing bouncing around or bouncing all over the truck. So the plan is gonna be to build something back here that will hold onto this thing very securely and keep it in place with no issues. Now we have quite a few other things here that will all pull into this. Like I said, this is the big brains behind it. This is our big power pack. So we have a 4-stud positive bus bar and a 4-stud negative bus bar. So what we are gonna do is be wiring this thing into these bus bars so then we can tie in all the other electronics and accessories to that so we can run this system. How we are gonna be powering this system, there is one piece of this puzzle that's missing. It might be a future add-on for this build, but there is not gonna be any solar, at least right now. That might be something we need to add. But you see a lot of the off-grid, Overland kind of setups, and they have solar panels up on the roof of the truck, either it be on the roof of the tent. Those solar panels feed into a controller, and that controller then puts juice into this battery. So while they're out on the road, wherever you may be, at camp, in the middle of the forest, all of your sun power is being put back into this battery to keep this thing constantly topped off. Well, because we don't have that right now, there are two other ways we can put juice into this battery, and that is what we have right here. This is gonna be both of our charging components. The bottom one here is our DC to DC charger. This one is really cool, and it makes topping off the battery super easy. So what we're gonna do is go under the hood of where the starter battery is at. There's gonna be a power wire that has to be ran from the starter battery. It's gonna go all the way back to the bed of the truck and into the bed. Well, those wires will then tap into this DC to DC charger. Then there's another set of wires that come out of that and go to the battery. Ultimately, we're gonna feed it through the bus bars to the battery. But what that means is whenever this truck is on and running, it will be taking power from the alternator and juicing up this battery. We can wire this thing up and configure it to only work and operate when the truck is turned on and the ignition is powered on. Another way we can charge this, if we are somewhere where we have shore power and we have some type of actual electrical outlet, there are some campsites that have it. Maybe we're at the house and we just need to top this thing off before we're heading out. This is gonna be our 20 amp, 14 volt battery charger. This is an AC battery charger. AC is obviously our wall house power. So this thing plugs into some type of wall outlet wherever you be, and there is AC wall power. This thing will plug into that. Then there are wires that run to this battery. Same goes for the DC. We're gonna be running that to our bus bars and then to the battery. So we now have two methods of charging. We can charge off the truck's battery. We can charge off an AC wall outlet. And the third option, which is not present in this kit currently, is gonna be doing a solar charger like I already kind of briefly talked about. If we added solar panels to this truck setup, and we added what's called an MPPT controller, we could then take the sun power, charge up this battery. That would give us 3 charging options. All right, now that we've talked about all the ways we're gonna put power into the system, we need to talk about how we're gonna take power out of the system, and that is where this inverter comes into play. Now, what we have here is gonna be a 2,000 watt inverter, also by LiTime. This is a pure Synwave inverter. It takes in 12 volt power, which is what this battery is gonna be putting out. So it takes our 12 volt and it converts it into 110 volt, which is similar and the same as to what you're gonna have inside your house from the AC wall outlets, giving us AC wall power. So whatever we need that needs a regular AC plug and not just a regular 12 volt cigarette lighter kind of truck accessory power, whether that be something you use to cook with, like the Stoke Voltaics water kettle I have. You could plug your fridge into this. If you have like an ice cold fridge like myself, you can power the fridge off of that. You can plug in some camp lighting if you have lighting that is using an AC wall outlet compared to 12 volt source. There are multiple different things you can plug into here to power up whatever you need powered at camp. This is taking the power from our system and putting it out into AC power. Our second option would be putting it out to DC power. Now you could just tie in your 12 volt DC items to the bus bar, but that is not gonna be a fuse system, so the safety level on that is pretty low. What we're gonna be adding to the system, I don't have it here, it hasn't come in the mail yet, is gonna be a fuse hub that is made by Blue Sea Systems. So that safety hub is gonna be powering systems like we're gonna put some cigarette lighter power in here, USB power. If we need to charge up while up in the tent for the night, for the day, taking a nap, whatever it may be. If I need to charge a cell phone, or if I need to charge up my watch, kind of little things like that that are low power consumption. Or if you guys saw the very last video on my channel where I installed this camper shell lighting system, something like that is run off of 12 volt power that can be run into the DC power hub as well. Anything you can think of, this power system is gonna keep you up and running even when you're in the middle of nowhere with no electricity to plug into. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is something I've been super excited to get put into the truck. I've been doing research for months and months, ever since I started seeing people that have like their GFC setups, whatever truck bed camping setup they have, and they have a full power system integrated into it, so they have seamless and headache-free power while off-grid. finally, I have a system of my own. And like I said, I've been doing tons and tons of research. I've been laying things out in my head. I've been drawing design plans, trying to come up with the best possible way to add power to the camping system. And I finally have it coming together. We're getting very close to putting this in the truck. So I want to hear from you guys if you have experience with this, if you have any recommendations of what I should do for my setup, if you have any questions about what I'm going to do or anything about these products, make sure to drop a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys, and I also try my best to reply to every comment that is left on my videos. If you enjoyed this video and you are excited to see this build series, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. It helps this video be more successful to get seen by people just like yourself. Thank you guys for sticking around all the way to the end. I appreciate you. I'm excited to get this build going, and I hope to see you on my next video.